Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And here we are looking at the weather. So, today is Sunday, March 22nd. And today is the Sunday afternoon fireside chat. And I just want to kind of go over what spring looks like in some places. So, spring started on the 20th of March. So spring has sprung in most places. So you can see by that forecast that spring ain't sprung here yet. Yeah, we're -2. Today's not a bad day, but yesterday, holy cats, it snowed and snowed and snowed all day yesterday. And I'd say, looking when I came out to the garage here, I'd say anywhere from 8 to 10 inches of snow on the ground. And I wasn't going to bother cleaning nothing because I was kind of being rebellious and I didn't want to do any snow blowing. I guess I'm going to have to do some, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're up against here. Spring has not sprung here. It may have somewhere else, but not here. So I'll get you over and we'll get a look out the window here in a second. Anyway, tomorrow's supposed to be snow, you can see there. And tomorrow night, snow, and flurries and flurries and flurries and flurries, cloudy and flurries, flurries and cloudy. So there you go. That's what we're up for this week in the weather. Just hang on a second now. We'll have a look outside. Well, good day, all, and here we are at Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. Today is Wednesday, I think. Don't know what day it is. It's typical for me, I guess. Anyway, you can see that the snow has been melting. Well, would you just look at that? Yes, sirree. A lot of the snow has melted, but and this came back yesterday. I had no snow base of any kind on my driveway. Everything was gone. And so here we are with about, I don't know, looking there, 8 inches anyway of snow. And it has melted some. Because yesterday when it was snowing, it was 0 degrees. So it wasn't really, it was collecting, but not collecting as much as if it had been -5, I think. Anyway, my truck is kind of getting cleared off, so the sun is out and it's kind of doing its thing, so that's good. We have a few rabbit tracks around this morning. You can kind of see here. Anyway, just look at that. Holy cats, I didn't want to get out on the tractor today and do that. Oh, well, I'll just do a little bit, I guess. And anyway, there's the snow coming Monday and Tuesday. It's shown not a whole lot, only 2 to 4 centimeters, but 70 kilometer-an-hour winds. But then it just depends on what station you listen to or where things are at. Some places are saying 30 to 40 centimeters, so it depends on the weather station and where things are coming from, I guess, and how much the grocery stores pay the weather stations to up the snow amount so that the grocery stores get the people running there to get stuff. Yeah. All right, enough foolishness for now. I haven't even got the fire going or lanterns on or nothing here yet, so I'll do all that and then I'll get back to you. All right, things are starting to warm up here a little bit now, and we have the fire going, and we have the lanterns going. There's the lanterns. I need to do a little bit of work on the wick on this lantern. She ran out of oil there last week and kind of thought it was getting low, and then I forgot about it. So it ran out of oil and it just was burning the wick, and it kind of makes like an ash on the top of the wick, which isn't good for the next flame. So that flame is in need of some. Can't see it that good on the camera, but it's trailing up on this side and trailing up on that side a bit. If you have the flame too high, well then that produces soot, so I got to do a little trimming on that. Anyway, you can see here that we have a sticker today to put up. Look at that. Yes, sirree. So we'll get to that after a while. And what else are we going to do here today? I thought this was going to be a short video, but as usual, it may not be. Anyway, we'll go over here and have a look at the wood here. So the wood is getting down, but we're at about average height of 12 to 14 inches, depending on where you measure it. So we're down from 22 inches, which was last week. And because of our nice spring weather here, I'm going to be burning wood for a while yet. Anyway, that I would say, what's today's the 22nd, so yeah, another week or so. That should last until the end of March easily. And then we'll see how far it goes into April just for fun. Anyway, pretty well. Yeah, it's getting down there. I burnt a lot more wood than I thought I was gonna. I figured that my stove, after me doing all the fix up and tightening up the combustion chamber, that it wasn't going to burn as much wood. So apparently not. I guess it burnt just as much wood. But it was a lot easier to use the stove this year. I could set up the thermostat to where I wanted it and shut off the draft, and it worked great. Nice steady heat, and never got overheated because of the leaks in the combustion chamber. And yeah, it worked great. So I did some work here. Remember me talking about here, I guess so. And we were talking about that cabinet there. Yeah, a lot of you said to just throw it out or burn it, and I didn't really want to take it down. And anyway, if any of you know me a little bit, I guess I don't throw nothing out, and that's just the way that is. And I just couldn't see me taking that down and throwing it out, because I knew I could use it for something. So I've got one of the doors over here like this now, and I have the other door here like this. So when I piled wood in that area, I was always worried about hitting the window and breaking it. So now I won't. So I got a good use out of that door. And I mentioned last week, because some of you said this to take it down, and I said, well, I got nowhere to store it. I can't store it anywhere. It'd be easier to store the two doors somewhere, which I have done. But storing that cabinet wouldn't be all that great. So I had a suggestion from a viewer, and I got a good laugh out of this suggestion. He said to store it in the wood stove. Well, that's a pretty good one, Gator. I like that one. That's good. I got quite a laugh out of that one. Anyway, that's what's going to go on here. So what I'm going to do as I start filling this up with wood, and it could be within the next 2 weeks. I was hoping anyway, but the way the weather's looking, I don't know. There's what I'm going to do. So as I stack like that, all the way up, then I'm going to start placing the wood in there like that. And then when I get to here, I'll do the same thing again. And the same thing up there. And then the same thing on the top. And that'll give me more room without me having to take the cabinet down and store it in the fireplace. Or I should say wood stove, I guess. That's pretty good. I like that. And as you can see, the black mowing deck is gone from here. So that black mowing deck was probably up there for the last 15 years. It belongs to my son, and it belongs to a Jacobson XL11. I'm going to call it a yard tractor because it's a little heavier built than a lawn tractor, but not as heavy as a garden tractor. So anyway, so hopefully someday we'll get that going again. He had a lot of fun with that tractor. That tractor was given to him about when he was 11 to 12 years old, and he did all the work on it himself. It needed an engine at the time, so we got an engine, and he put it in, the young fellow. He was only 12 years old or so, and he fixed the lawnmower all up, and yeah, we used it for cutting grass, and it worked good. So hopefully, it'd be nice to get the time to play with something to do, like with the garden tractors. It just seems like lately, for the last number of years, holy cats, this has got to get done, and that's got to get done, and the other thing's got to get done. And it just didn't seem to be as much time for play anymore. So hopefully he'll get to that someday. So anyway, yeah, so this three-in-one tool here, the snow pusher, going to be, at the moment, is a desk, and then it's going to be a carry-all. And I did get some pipe for my pins that I want to make. And these are the pieces of wood that I'm going to mount here, and here, and down there. This is going to be the bottom, of course, so that's going to be flipped upside down, mounted on the loader tractor, right there. So I think that's going to work good. So I still got to put the clear coat to these, and then mount them on the bottom. They're on the top, I guess now, but it will be on the bottom. Now the other thing I did was put the other door there, and what I'm going to do there is I'm going to extend that up to the ceiling. Something like this is going to go here, and then another one back here, and then I may put a piece out along here, and then I may put another piece out along here, and then I'll mount two more sticks in this area. So that's what that's going to do for me, is on the ends here where I don't have anywhere to lean up against, I had to crisscross them so they wouldn't fall down. So now I'll be able to just pile them in and lean the split pieces of wood up against, in other words, a wall. So that's going to make it easier. Now, what I've figured out is I'm going to be able to get well, let's just imagine that snow pusher there turned up the other way. That's going to be into a carry-all, and it's full of split firewood. So I figured up that that's about the amount of extra wood I'm going to be able to get in here, because of having sides up there, not having the deck here, and being able to put wood directly into the cabinet here. So that's what my thinking is. So that's a little bit of extra wood, and also going to be easier to do for the stacking. So that's what went on here this week. Anyway, all right, so we'll get you set up somewhere here, and sorry about the moving around. Oh, look at that. I keep telling that cab not to do that, but oh dear. Poor Dave's going to be pulling his hair out. All right, I'll get you set up in this wonderful tripod here that I got from Mike at Grampy's Workshop. Just a great thing. Thanks, Mike. Okay, now we'll go and have a little chat here. I got to come around because I got the wonderful tripod in between two tractors and I can't get through there, so I got to walk around all around the other way. And we'll have a chat about that too. We'll have a little chat about a couple of things, I guess so. And then we'll get at the stickers. And then we'll open up that envelope and see where that came from. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah. All right, so welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And this is the Sunday afternoon fireside chat. And welcome all the new subscribers that have come on in the last month or so, I guess. So I guess it's been a month or more that we had the influx of subscribers from. Thanks very much to Phil and Karen from Allen Family Firewood. Oh, they did some job on a shout out for me, and holy jumpers. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt that I got close to 400 subscribers. Just like that within a week. I think it was even less. Oh, great. Thanks very much, Karen and Phil. So they didn't have a video this week because, well, I don't know why, but anyway, I guess they just didn't have anything to video. So that's the way it goes. It's always hard to kind of come up with something for a video. That's why I did I did the video there this week of me taking the case tractor with the loader and putting the garbage can in it. And it was just something foolish I thought I'd do for a video. So yeah, sometimes it's just not easy to come up with an idea. So anyway, yeah, we'll get to the stickers here in a little bit. So I want to get on to my son's truck that I mentioned last week, where he had fixed up the engine in it. He had bought a 2018 Ford F-150 with motor troubles and only 55,000 kilometers on it. So, son, the way he is, he's pretty slick. Yeah, and got her all fixed up, and we had her going there last Saturday, and he's been driving it now for the week. So I would say everything is going to be all right in it. So all kinds of power. Holy cats, the thing is just amazing. I found out, I don't know if I had mentioned this or not, but it's 395 horsepower. Man, oh man, that's a lot of horsepower. You know, big engines from back in the muscle car era were maybe getting to that kind of horsepower, or maybe more, but I mean, most cars back then, and you know, 200 horsepower was a big thing, but nowadays 400 horsepower is a big thing. Holy cats, and 400 foot-pounds of torque. So I was talking to my son yesterday. He was here, like I say, when he's taking his mowing back home with him there. And the other engine that those Ford trucks have is the 3.5 V6 that's got the turbos on it. Those engines even have a bit more power. Not as much horsepower, 375 horsepower, but they've got 450 foot-pounds of torque. So that V6 engine is making more torque than the V8 engine, of course, because of the turbos, I would say. So if you put turbos on the V8 engine, well, it would be even more again, I guess. So, but anyway, go like a scalded dog. Holy cats, it just, yeah. There's no sense in you building a car to go to the drag strip with. You might as well just buy one of them F-150s. They run, I looked it up there, they run mid to high 13 second quarter miles. Now, that was quite a thing to achieve way back when with the car. And here this thing is coming off the factory running at that amount of time, you know. I don't know what the mile an hour was, but man, oh man, that thing is moving. Now, getting kind of off my son's truck there, but the quarter mile thing, I seen something, I guess it was on Facebook or something. But anyway, there's apparently now a Chevrolet Corvette that's got 1,250 horsepower and can do the quarter mile in 8.6 seconds, I think it was. Man, oh man, that thing is moving. And they had a video of it inside the car and showing the tack, you know. And the tack was just going, when he started, just going through the gears and Jesus Christ, just a goner. Yeah. I think 160 miles an hour in a quarter mile at 8 seconds, 8.6 seconds. Man, oh man, boy, they can make them go nowadays, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, the truck was working good for him. He's quite happy with it. And so now, I don't know for sure, but he has mentioned that he's going to sell his, he's got a 2010 Ford Expedition. And real nice vehicle. But the problem is getting all rusty. The rockers are gone again. And not just the bottom of the rocker, but up to the floor is now gone. And there's other holes in the trunk and this and that. And it's kind of sad, you know. My, it's a nice vehicle to drive. I was kind of hoping to get it for myself because my poor old truck is getting, yeah. Anyway, the Expedition would have been good for me to put all my junk in the back, and I would have had a good vehicle for that. But yeah, she's getting. So he's thinking about selling it, I guess. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's what he's thinking. The other thing that he's thinking, and I never thought he ever would, was he's got a 2006 Ford Mustang, 4.6 V8, 300 horsepower, manual. And go like the dog too. It's pretty up in the air as which one would be faster, the Ford F-150 or the Mustang on the quarter mile. Anyway, he's thinking about maybe selling the Mustang also. So he has a 1964 Rambler American that he fixed up, and two-door post. It was a six-cylinder, three on the tree car. He has a American Motors 343 engine in it with an automatic and power steering. So it's a nice car to drive too. But it just hasn't been driven much lately. And I think if he got rid of the Mustang, then he would then tend to maybe want to get back into driving the Rambler. And the other funny thing is, things change, you know, and that's just the way that is. But, you know, you get all excited, or he and I used to be all excited to go to car shows. Car shows, holy cats, I gotta go to the car shows. Well, we're not that excited anymore. That's just the way that goes. Tractor shows, I used to be, I kind of get into tractor shows, but there just doesn't seem to be as many as those anymore, so I'm kind of just kind of, yeah, well, if there's one that I can go to, I'll go, but if not, I won't, so. Anyway, that's kind of sad how them things go. And anyway, so this Mustang, in nice shape too. Oh boy, I don't think there's a speck of rust underneath on the bottom. He bought it, another one that he bought. That was the door was bumped up on it a little bit, the driver's door, and that was all that was wrong with the car. So he got the door all fixed up, and he's been driving. I don't know how long he's had it. He must have had it now 5 or 6 years or more. But just had the door bumped up, and other than that, there was nothing wrong with the car. So we got the door fixed up, and yeah, she's in great shape. And nice car to drive. sounds great compared to them new Mustangs. Holy cats, them new ones just sound terrible as far as I'm concerned. But this one sounds really good. All stock exhaust, all stock engine. Nothing really hopped up in it or anything like that. I think it might have a K&N air filter on it that the previous owner put on, but yeah. And it's, what do you call that color? It's like a lime green, I think. It used to be, it reminds me of the old Mustangs, the 67s or 68s that were the California Special. They had that lime green color. That's what it reminds me of. Now, whether it was matched to that or not, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So cars might be coming up for sale. So, and I'm not trying to tell him what to do, but I'm not gonna. I just go along with him. Whatever he wants to do, he does. But the car is stored in the lean-to, and if he doesn't have it anymore, then there might be more room for my tractors to be over in the lean-to in the wintertime. And I might have more room here. Oh dear. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I am surprised that he would sell either one of them vehicles, really, but I can kind of see why with the Expedition. There's a couple of guys at his work want to buy it. And like I say, it's a nice vehicle to drive, and yeah, it's got the 5.4 V8 in it, and yeah, go, go, go. Not quite like the F-150s, of course, but lots of power to pull a trailer. You know, I think it's 9,600 trailer towing power. I think. Yeah, it would be an excellent vehicle for me, but I'm back into another rusty trucker vehicle, so. And those vehicles didn't become made with the aluminum bodies until 2018, the Expeditions. So they're still pricey used if you want to try and buy one. So I think the aluminum bodies apparently, I would say, are working out for Ford fairly well. You know, they started the F-150s in 2015. So they've got 11 years under their belt with those aluminum bodies. So I'd say that's what's going to be staying. So, and there's so many vehicles around that you see that are newer, that are up in the 216, 218 years, whether it's a Chevy or Dodge or whatever it is, that are rusty, holes through them, and yeah, it's sad, you know, that the new stuff isn't as good as it should be. Anyway, that's my little goings on about that. So yeah, so the Ford F-150 that he fixed up with the motor troubles is working good, and he's expecting to get it's showing about 16 liters per 100 at the moment, but once it gets settled in, I think it'll be even better. So yeah. He's also got a 2014 F-150, a regular cab, maybe just a short bed. I forget now if it's short bed or long bed. I think it's a short bed. And it's two-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive. And it's got the 3.7 engine and has no turbos or anything like that on it. Works fine, and I think it's getting 13 liters per 100 kilometers. So anyway, there was another one he bought just on a whim that there was something wrong with it, and the customer didn't want to fix it, so he bought it, and he's got her going and running. So yeah, he's pretty knacky. Anyway, that might be a truck for me, but nowhere to put anything in it. That's the trouble, and not for four-wheel drive. Not that I use four-wheel drive that much, but it's nice to have if you're got the trailer on and the Ferguson tractor on the trailer, and you go into a yard where there's like a show event or whatever, or the Dundas plow match where I go. If it's a little soft, it's kind of nice to have the four-wheel drive to to get in and get out. And that's about all I would use it for. And then maybe in the winter, maybe. But, you know, I really don't need a four-wheel drive. But once you have one, yeah, it's kind of hard to go back to not having one. Anyway, I think I've probably rambled on a lot more than what I thought I was gonna. So we'll get on to the stickers here in a minute. So here's our new sticker here. So if anybody wants a sticker, it's the new style. It's a bit different than the old style. Picture is the same, but the Knowles garden tractors and Firewood is a little bit bigger and a little bit different color. Stands out a little bit better. So anyway, somebody wants a sticker or wants another one or whatever you want, let me know and I'll send you out one. And here's the email up here. And it's also on my channel page if you go on to the more page, I think it's called, and it's in there too. So there you go. All right, so if you want to get a sticker, let me know. Now we'll get on to the stickers here. Now I'm kind of behind, and I say this all the time. I haven't watched all the videos, and I haven't kept up. Just been anyway. So we'll start here with Grampy's Workshop. Now I always start with Grampy's Workshop. And holy cats, I've already forgot what his video was. Oh, yes. All right, that's Grampy's Workshop. So Mike had a good funny video there on he had the TNN news crew on there Friday night. Yeah, that was good fun, that. Great fun to see that. I think J.D. Shufflebottom got a lot younger looking in this video. Oh dear. Good fun, Mike. All right, then over here we have Murphy's mowers. Holy cats, I'm pretty sure he had a video out now, I can't remember. Anyway, it's probably just as well if you just go and look at these channels and look at the videos instead of me trying to tell you what is what. I'm getting worse and worse, I think. Anyway, then Len's keeping busy, and yeah, Len's always busy, that's for sure. And we have Garden Tractor Boy. He was back at his wheel horse that he got last week that his mother approved of. So he was getting some tires on it. So it's easier to move around, and instead of having it stuck in the way, you can move it around easily now. So. And they had some kind of a time there with one of the tires and stuff. And the old tires are just, doing tire work is just not good at all. But anyway, if you worked at a tire shop, it's probably easier because you're doing it all the time. But if you don't do it all the time, it's kind of nasty. And of course, if you don't have real good tools like me, it's really difficult to do tires. Anyway, good video there, Joseph. And in the backyard with Dell. Dell is at a farm show event, I think, this weekend. So we should be seeing a video from that coming up soon. And then we have Kenny, not outdoor, Firewood Adventure. Yes, I'm sorry, I almost got that wrong there. Okay, moving on. RCAF Polar Express. Well, Dave had a great video on there today on how to maintain your snowblower, or basically anything that you own that is metal. And yeah, dandy video. Dave sure's got the information for that kind of stuff, that's for sure. And as always, and as everybody is always, Dave's looking for subscribers. So if you can subscribe to Dave, he's looking for subscribers. He's looking to get to 2,000. I'm not sure where he's at now, but anyway, he's looking to get to 2,000. So if you can help him out by subscribing, that'd be great. Then we have Mike, Maintenance with Mike. And then Brock, Lewis Mowers and Boats. Rick's Outdoors. Still at stuff, but a little bit slower lately. I think they're not quite feeling right up to par maybe yet, but maybe they are. And other things going on. It's hard to say, eh? And we have this fellow here. Yeah, you just never know what he's up to. Twin Brook Acres Rick. Rick was doing his maple sugaring. That's on now, so he's busy with that. Then we have Everyday Projects. Craig. Then we have Gravely Man Small Engine Repair. Artie was showing, I think, the governor that went bad on him, and he took it apart to see if he could fix it or not. So that's good video on that. Artie, great. In my busy little shop, Robert Little. Log Father, haven't seen anything from him in the last week or so, but I think he went vacation or something. Allen Family Firewood, they didn't have a video on Friday. Big Sons is into cutting grass again. Cod Raven had a video out today, and what did I see there? I didn't quite watch it all, but I can't remember, even though I watched some of it this morning. Anyway, like I say, you'll have to go and look at it, the Cod Raven's videos, and see what happened today for a video. Tucker and I out and about, outdoors in the 608. Larry Cluck Outdoors. Ross on the Land. Then we have Gator's World. And Gator was putting the new battery in his wife's car. So a bit of a challenge. Just like any new vehicle today, the batteries just aren't easy to get to, and that's just the way that is. And as Gator said, the car basically told him that the battery was bad, so he went out and got a new battery. And he bought a little thing. What did he buy? Oh, he bought some kind of a thing to hook a 9-volt battery to, that he could plug it into the car's system, where you would put a computer to keep everything from losing settings, I guess you would call it. So my son was talking about these cars a little bit here. He said those cars, once they get down on battery voltage, they'll start shutting things off, so that they can conserve battery voltage so that the vehicle will start. And one of the things is you open the door, normally your interior lights come on. Well, that's one thing that the car will shut off to save power. And there's other things that it'll do the same thing too. So anyway, that was a good video that he did there. And the Bradley's Catbird Hill, John was trying to do a cord of wood in an hour, but didn't quite get there, I don't think. But anyway, so nothing wrong with that, John. You did a great job. Father and Son Outdoors. Darrell Wells, different stuff. And then we're on to Tractor Talk with Gary. And I don't know if I saw anything this week, Gary. Can't remember. More than likely it would have been an auction video of some sort. He likes doing those. So and he's got other things that he likes doing too. So maybe go check out Tractor Talk with Gary and have a look at his channel and videos. Then we have Steve. Rusty Wrench Restorations. Oh, I haven't got my camera in the right spot. There we go. All right, there we go now, Steve. Rusty Wrench Restorations. he was out to a show on this past video. So all kinds of hit and miss engines. Right from, I seen one that was 1 horsepower, and I don't know, it was the biggest one I seen. I don't know what the horsepower was, but the flywheels on it were probably 6 feet tall. Huge, huge machine. Well, you wouldn't want to get fetched up into one of them, I'll tell you. I know there's a couple of guys here that do that. They have all kinds of these hit and miss engines, and they used to take them to shows, any kind of an event, and they'd cart them all over Prince Edward Island going to these events. Well, one time they had one on a trailer that was, well, it was so big it just kind of fit on the trailer, and they had it running on the trailer. And these 2 guys were up walking beside the machine while it was running on the trailer with these great big wheels turning. They were 5, 6 feet tall wheels. Holy cats, you ever fell into one of them things, that'd be the end of you. The machine wouldn't even slow down. Anyway, these guys, they don't do too much of that anymore, but they used to have a whole lot of engines, and they'd go to shows like what Steve was at here on the last video. So go check that video out. It's a great video. And then we have Adirondack Woodsman right up here. All right, so now we got to get the sticker open here. Yeah. Now I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna set you back in the wonderful tripod, I think. All right, now I got to walk back around again because I can't get through where the tripod is because there's no room between the tractors. All right, so we get the sticker going here, and we'll see who we got for a sticker. All right, so we got the sharpest knife on YouTube here. It's not the fanciest knife, but it's the sharpest. There we go now. All right, let's see if we can get this open here somehow. It's just my luck, I can't get it open. Oh, there we go. Just like that. See? Ooh, boy, some sharp. All right, in we go here. Oh, cats, we got a bunch of stuff here. That's great. Yeah. All right. So what I'll do here first, I guess, is I'll take this up, put it in the camera so you can see. Here we go. Weekend Warrior 802. Chris. So we'll, and then we got another one here. We got 2 of those. 2 of those. So. And then we have this one here. Another one. Weekend Warrior 802. Yes, sir. Now, we have a card here too. What a nice card. Thanks, Chris. So he says, have been enjoying your channel and I hope you get dug out soon. Yeah, well, I got to get dug out again, Chris. I put in a couple of different stickers for you, and my wife told me I need to get bigger stickers. Oh, well, they'll be fine. Have a great week. Your friend from in Vermont, Chris. Thanks, Chris. Yeah. Well, there's all kinds of different size stickers, so You can see here, you know, this one is kind of small, and that one is just a smaller one. That's smaller, and this is smaller. And then you have ones like mine that are 4 inch, some are 3 inch, and there's all different sizes stickers and different. They don't have to be round, they can be any shape, and they all work. That's the way that goes. Yeah. Great, great letter here, or card too. Yeah. So there you go. That's the Weekend Warrior 802 right there, like that. She's probably thinking to have a sticker that size, Chris. That's what I'm kind of thinking. So it fit right like that. See. Anyway, that's great. Those will be fine. And we'll have to find a spot for you now. And I gotta try and figure out where I can put stickers and have room for more. So, yeah, well, we'll get to that sometime. Now, was that a magnetic one, or is it? What is that? I don't know. Oh, so it is. Aha. All right, so Chris, I'm gonna. Oh, there's one that's not magnetic. Oh boy, look at that. Boy, you're pretty nifty now, Chris. They have one of each. Yeah, that's dandy. Great. So I'll be able to put that up on my my refreshment fridge. Great. This one here, yeah, this is sticker too. Yeah, dandy. Thanks very much, Chris. Now you have to go and have a look at Chris's channel. He does Firewood, and I haven't. I only started watching Chris here not too long ago, so I'm not quite sure if I've seen everything yet. So. I'll have to keep looking, I guess, but this is going to be harder than I think to get apart here, maybe. Yeah, but anyway, he's got milling, does milling, and he does firewood, and just here in the last week or two, he bought himself one of those log winches that you'd put on the back of your tractor. So when you go into the woods and you cut down a tree, you can hook up one of these log winches to it and drag it out. They're quite a machine, them things. Yeah. But anyway, the one he bought didn't seem to want to pull very good, so he had to do some work on it. So. Where are we going to put you here, Chris? Where are we going to put you? I think we're going to put you right up here. Are we? Yeah, well, I think that's where you're going to go, Chris, right there. There. Boy, that looks great. Yeah, anyway, Chris got this log winch that he has on the back of the tractor, and he had it hooked up to some trees, I guess, and it wouldn't pull anything. It would just kind of slip. So he took it all apart, and he showed how he got it apart, and he showed how he fixed it, and it was really nice to see the inside of one to see how it worked. And once you get a look at it, it's fairly simple, but yeah, but it works great. Very, very heavy built, but it's just a set of clutches that you've got rotating flywheel here, and you've got a rotating clutches over here. You just sandwich the two together, and she starts turning the winch and hauls whatever you're hooked to in. It's no different than a manual clutch on a transmission in a car or a truck, really. You just get the friction disc here, clamped onto the flywheel, and and way things go. Yeah, pretty neat. I've kind of liked to see that. That's good. So anyway, I guess I'm going to have to close off on on this Sunday afternoon fireside chat, because I'm sure it's way longer than it should be as normal, and I have to go out and I have to clean the snow off the driveway. I don't want to do that, but anyway. All right, so until next week, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.